What's cracking, guys? Now, you're gonna have to excuse my voice because I got incredibly sick, which is why I haven't been streaming, and also why I haven't uploaded a video yesterday. So, please bear with me today. Anyway, today I have a very interesting topic that I want to talk about as soon as this came up. And it is whether if you should consider Lolis legal or illegal. Now, this has been a widely debated topic in all around the countries, and I'm just gonna keep a very neutral stance on it right now and let you guys try and decide for yourself of what you should think about this. Because thinking for yourself is pretty fun. So what triggered me to talk about that, it was a certain ban on the lolly tag on a website with HH in the title. I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys know which one I'm talking about. And lo and behold, the memes. Oh, the memes that came around for this were just top quality. And of course we have the standard Drake here, don't worry. We won't tell the cops, they already know. And then it's changed to flat chest because legal reasons. Hey, it's cute to me, I like it. And of course there's this classic Squidward scene where he's crying, and here lies the lolly tag instead of the hopes and dreams from the original SpongeBob episode. Very good. And then there's the tag going up with all of the great memes. Harambe, any JoJo character, Steve Irwin, Michael Jackson, you name it, they're there. And then simple ones just like legal reasons, HH, and then the lolly tag getting shot. Just some things need to be done. And where we would be without Infinity War memes. Oni-chan, I don't feel so good. Sad thing is, that's my daughter from Eurocamp, and makes me sad, man. Don't take away my daughter. But anyway, now that I got the funny memes out of the way, let's get back on track here. Now, what exactly is a lolly? Well, it's specifically just children in anime, girls. That's what it is, and a shota is basically the boy version. Same thing. However, there are special cases where, some lollies are over 500 years old, some things like that. It's just, the definition is very skewed. But anyway, in anime, they're mostly used for moe purposes, just stuff that's cute and adorable, and yeah, usually, children are usually pretty cute and adorable. But now, I'm gonna be talking about the off-brand aspect of this here, and whether or not should it be considered bad or good, or perhaps just neutral. Let's start with the people against lolicon stuff here, alright? What are their arguments? Well, obviously, they say it's a depiction of a minor, and anything that's sexualized of a minor could lead to further display of it upon real people, so in order to prevent that, they want to get rid of it. They view it as sick and disturbing, pretty much. However, in a court case called Free Speech Coalition vs. Reno, the connection between the drawings and the real crime, they basically said there's no real connection yet. They ruled that there's nothing. You can't connect one and the other. Which, my opinion, is pretty true. Because for a lot of you guys all know about the arguments of video game violence, right? I mean, we've all played just gruesome, horrific, violent games. And has that made any of us just want to go murder somebody or do something completely outlandish? No. Let me tell you, I'm a pretty safe man, even though I've played a lot of Grand Theft Auto. The last thing I want to do is get a hooker in a car and then bang her to get my health up even more and then kill her afterward to get my money back. I'm not into that. And that's pretty much what the argument is against lolicon stuff. It's too similar to real life, and therefore it should be illegal because it's sick and disturbing. And the fact that it could incite abuse or whatever kind of thing from another person, and they don't want that to happen. But yes, I just explained the counter argument against that, and that is the fact that there is no real relationship. I mean, video game violence has been debated half to death, and we know that there is exactly no correlation between someone shooting someone in a video game versus someone in real life. That stuff just doesn't happen because of video games. No matter how much the media wants to twist it. And another thing I want to bring up is the fact that drawings are not real people. I know! And thus the argument comes, it is a victimless crime. because, you know, it's just a drawing. I mean, we see plenty of horrible things happen to cartoon or anime characters, whatever you want to call them. People getting decapitated, getting melted into gore blood, having their bones mashed into little bits, just absolutely horrific and terrible things. However, for some reason, you don't see any other public outcry for this kind of stuff. So I find it kind of humorous how something as inhuman as murdering somebody is viewed as okay, whilst, you know, doing some off-brand stuff is viewed more as inhumane. I don't understand. Basically, my point here is, if they want to ban everything, like, if they want to view these cartoon characters as real people, then they're going to need to pass laws for all the bad stuff that happens to cartoon characters, including the murder and violence. Are they gonna start prosecuting people for having their favorite characters killed off in an anime now? Like, what's going on? And here's the thing, like, this kind of stuff is not just specific to anime. It's how many American shows, how many novels have you read where bad things happen to not only adults, but children as well? There's plenty of best-selling novels out there that have things happen to children. May I say Game of Thrones? Yet for some reason, that one gets praised. Now, don't get me wrong, I don't want horrible things happening to anybody. They don't even have to be, like, little anime children. I like happy things. I like happy stuff happening to people all the time. I'm a comedy fan. But some arguments against this kind of stuff are just a little bit over the top, is what I'm going to say. There are even laws stating that if the anime characters have small breasts, they could be considered lolly and under the age, and you could get sentenced to jail time because of it. Just because they have small babbies. That's just ridiculous, man. Now, if you don't know, real girls, you know, while there are some with huge boobs, there's lots of them that don't have huge boobs. What if you just want a normal-looking girl, huh? Just because the girl doesn't have huge knockers doesn't mean you're having happy fluffy time with a minor. Come on now. But as it stands right now, the main place where all this animated stuff is coming from, Japan, it's still absolutely legal and fine there, even though it is still highly debated. However, there's still plenty of laws that prohibit it all over the world in different places, including the United States, where everybody has different views on this topic. The only thing I want to say is, you know, what if you like petite girls? You know, like, you don't want like those extra super thick girls. You actually want someone that's kind of petite. You know, but most of the times you can only get it in some certain genre that we may be talking about right now, and therefore people view you as some sort of sicko. But yes, that pretty much wraps up my entire thoughts on this subject here. Whether it should be considered bad or good, well, I'll leave that up to you. But my main stance is pretty much gonna be, hey, if you want to make laws about certain drawings and you want to inhibit people from creating and doing stuff, well then you're basically gonna have to make laws for these fictional characters that do not exist as well. And they can't just relate to only anime, they have to relate to pretty much everything in its entirety. Once again stated, it's either all okay or none of it is okay, alright? But anyway, what are your guys' thoughts on it? Do you guys think it's bad? Do you guys think it's good? Do you think it's neutral? Are you unsure? After all this debate, do you think it's actually tied to some of this bad stuff that's happened? Or do you just think it's a bunch of hoopla? Just like the violence in video games. The main thing I just see coming from this is it's just good PR, getting rid of some of this stuff to make you look a little bit better. Even though a certain website may have things like Mindbreak or Netoire or other horrible, worse things happening on it, we won't go over that. But anyway guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Please leave a like, please leave your comments, and please just be civil in the comments below. Anyway, thank you once again for watching, and I'll see you beautiful sons of guns again next time.
You crazy mother...